It's Fayette County Sports, presented in part by Early Learning Center, Epifano McDonald's of Fayette County and Jamestown, Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, Great Oaks Career Campuses, Kirk's Furniture, Liella Lanes and Amore Pizzeria, ProMedica Heartland Hospice, M&M Horsehair and M&M Fasteners, The Summers Funeral Home, Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse. Thank you for watching Fayette County Sports on WCHC TV.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Miami Trace High School. Tonight, it's yet another of our Fayette County Youth Sports broadcast. Yet, it is another volleyball broadcast as well. Tonight, this is probably the most important volleyball broadcast we've had this season, as the FAC Girls Volleyball Varsity Championship is on the line. Tonight, the defending champion, Chillicothe Cavaliers, are looking for a chance to possibly go for a share of the title, but they need a win here on the road. While for Coach Doug Mace and the Lady Panthers, they are going to be trying to go for their either a share or outright FAC title with a win tonight against Chillicothe. Along with Dave and Myra Woolever, I'm Randy Young, and welcome to our broadcast here on WCHC. We're glad to have you with us, and thanks to all of our community sponsors. We hope you enjoy the broadcast tonight. We have got ourselves one busy week ahead of us. Just the way the schedule turned out, of course, we got this game tonight. Then Thursday night, we have the Battle of Fayette County, Part 2. And it's been tradition over the years, we're going to do both the reserve and the varsity volleyball games. Saturday afternoon, which has also been kind of a tradition, seems like on Saturdays before the tournament draw, we always have Uniontown and Washington Courthouse on a Saturday. Same scenario, except it'll be just a tad little bit later, around 12:30 p.m. And then Monday night, a game that was originally scheduled for late September, we got moved back because of the Academy of Scholar event for Courthouse. They will play host to the Waverly Tigers. So 4 volleyball games in the next 7 days. So if you like volleyball, you're going to get your fill of it in the next 7 days here on WCH Facebook and also YouTube. Well, while David's taking care of all the technical aspects, let me real quickly run down what the scenario is here as far as how the teams fare coming into this game. As we mentioned, Chillicothe is currently in second place in the FAC with a record of 7 wins and 1 loss. Of course, their only loss was to Miami Trace. And that, of course, occurred back on September 15th at home, losing by a 3-1 score. They are 11-8 overall. They have a very, very tough non-conference schedule. In fact, 3 of the 8 losses have come against state-ranked teams this year. And that, of course, was Bishop Hartley earlier in the year. I believe that was at a tournament in Columbus. Then they lost to Circleville over at the Logan Elm tournament on Labor Day weekend, and then turned around and lost to Newark Catholic in a standoff game the 2 nights after they played Miami Trace. And, of course, Newark Catholic is ranked 6th in Division 4, Circleville's 13th in Division 2, and Hartley is number 1 in Division 2. You talk about Miami Trace, though they have not had quite as tough as a schedule, they have only played 2 teams that are state-ranked. They also lost to Bishop Hartley down at Uniontown in that tournament back on September 17th, but they did beat Portsmouth Notre Dame, who at the time was ranked 9th in the state in Division 4, and is now currently ranked 20th. So they're 1-1 against ranked teams. Miami Trace will come into the contest with a record of 14-4 overall. They are 8-0 in the league. We'll have more of our pregame programming here in just a moment, so stay with us. You're watching Fayette County Youth Sports on WCHC.
Epithana McDonald's of Fayette County in Jamestown has openings for individuals looking to grow with one of the top companies in the world. Epithana McDonald's now has available crew positions at our Jeffersonville location starting at $16 per hour. If you're looking for management opportunities, positions are available starting at $18 per hour. Benefits include school tuition assistance, free meals and uniform, paid training. Check out our McDonald's of Fayette County, Ohio Facebook page. Epithana McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Sometimes it seems like it's hard to decide on a technician that you can trust with your vehicle transportation service needs. That's why since 2001, customers from Washington Courthouse and the surrounding area have made Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, their smart choice and auto repair service needs. Jim, Marlene, and Ray Van Dyke offer customers a professional, trained, and certified staff that can handle your vehicle needs. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center staff can do it all, including transmission, brakes, tires, and alignments. They also offer a free 30-point inspection to detect any potential service needs. They can work on both domestic and foreign vehicles. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000. Or for more information, go to jimvandyke.com.
Back here at Miami Trace, we're about 6 minutes away from the introductions and the national anthem being played in front of the crowd here. Again, this is the first of four nights of volleyball action between now and Monday evening. Chillicothe, as I mentioned, comes in the contest with a record of 11 wins and 8 losses overall, 7-1. They started off the season kind of rough. They lost their first 4 games. They lost to London, who's having a pretty good season. Uniota, who was state ranked at one time. And then Hartley, as we already mentioned, they're number 1 in the state in Division II. And they lost to Westerville South before finally ending that losing streak against New Albany, winning 2-0. After wins against Courthouse, McLean, Logan Elm at the Logan Elm tournament, they lost to Circleville and then came back and beat Trimble, then lost to DeSales, then beat Hillsboro, then lost to Trace, lost to Newark Catholic, then win over Jackson, Eastmore Academy, Washington Courthouse, Greenfield, and Hillsboro. So they're coming in with a 5-game winning streak right now. But as we mentioned, they're 7-1 in the league. They only lost to Miami Trace, while they're 11-8 overall. Their head coach is a gentleman that's been around the area for quite a while, Andrew Vitito. Andrew is now in his 6th season as head coach of the Lady Cavaliers. While there, he's already won 4 out of the last 5 years. Excuse me. Should say 4 of his first 5 years. That's going to figure we're going to have throat problems tonight. Anyway, to start again. He has won the FAC championship 4 of his first 5 years. The only time he hasn't won it was in 2020-21 when Miami Trace won the FAC volleyball title, and he shared the title with Miami Trace back in 2019-2020. He has a record of 50-17 in the FAC. He's 76-54 overall. As we mentioned, this is his 6th season. Meanwhile, you look at the Miami Trace Panthers real quickly. Their season went something like this. They opened up here at home on August 20th, beating Clark Southeastern, then went down to Waverly Wood, lost to Zane Trace, who was state ranked early in the polls, then beat Greenfield, Hillsboro, lost to East Clinton, which is a much better team than the record indicates. I think they've only lost like 5 or 6 games. They just haven't gotten ranked. Then beat Wilmington, then Jackson, then Chillicothe, Portsmouth, Notre Dame. Then lost to Hartley, which, as I mentioned, is ranked number 1 in the state of Ohio. And then got beat by Bidwell Riverview down at the Uniota tournament. And they come into this game with a 5-game winning streak as well, as they've beaten McLean, Logan Elm, Hillsboro, Jackson, and Saturday they beat Clinton Massey by a score of 3-1. Doug Mays comes into this contest in this, his 7th season. He took over, of course, for Megan Anderson. His first 2 years here as coach at Miami Trace. Of course, the Panthers were members of the SCOL, and then starting in 2017-18, They became members of the Frontier Athletic Conference. They was third that year, then finished fifth in 2018. Then in 2019, they were co-champs. And then in 2020, they went 10-0 and won the outright title. Last year came in second again, losing both games to Chillicothe. And so far, they're leading this year at 8-0, a game over the Cavaliers. Doug is 94 and 75 overall, but you take out those three real bad seasons. This first year, and they lost 13 games, and then the first 2 years that they were in the FAC with 14 and 18 wins. You take that out, he is 72 and 30. That's pretty good. Yeah. What I'm saying is, when the guy wins, he wins real good. That's a 72% right off the bat there. But sometimes you get those bad seasons when you're trying to rebuild and stuff. But hopefully that's done and out of the way, and we won't have to worry about that anymore, right? So anyways, 94 and 75 is 6 wins away from hitting 100. My goodness, I forget how many games he won in Courthouse. Probably, I'd say close to 200, I think, all the years he's been there. We get closer to 100, I guarantee you the Sports Guru will have that statistic for you, if not before then. As they come into this game, though, if there's one team that Miami Trace has had trouble with, that, of course, is Chillicothe, as Coach Villito has won 9 of the 12 meetings between these two schools with him and Doug. But Doug has won 3 of the last 4 games, so we'll see if the trend continues. We'll take a quick break, come back, national anthems, and the introduction to the team right here on WCHC.
Hi, my name is Olivia Pryor, and I'm from Fayette County Early Learning Center. We are now currently enrolling for our Head Start, Early Head Start, and Child Care Partnership programs. We have programs for pregnant moms and children from birth to 3, children from 3 to 5, and then we also have an existing Child Care Partnership where we meet with and work with child care programs and serve children from 6 weeks to 3 years old. If you're interested in enrolling, please stop by and see us or give us a call at 740-335-7282, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Now let's meet the Cavaliers. Number 20, Mallory McCoy. 21, Miranda McCoy. 9, Addison Smith. 2, Avery Cox. 4, Sophie Mickey. 12, Sam Showblock. 19, Mallory Seymour. 3, Avery Brown. 22, Anna Crawford. 11, Madison Harrigan. 1, Serenity Kennedy. 10, Sydney McClone. 5, Bella Woods. 35, Olivia Beatty. And number 33, Elizabeth Henson. And now for the Lady Panthers. Number 1, Cindy Carter. 3, Cecilia Robinson. 4, Gracie Scholl. 5, Addison Butts. 6, Avery Cockrell. 8, Sarah Dawson. 11, Sophia Parsons. 12, Mary Piper. 13, Courtney Carter. 14, Lauren Behrens. 17, McKinley Kelly. 18, Caitlin Gardner. 19, Eris Schultz. And number 21, Gracie Ferguson, who also recorded over 2,000 2,000 set assists in our game at Chillicothe Varsity. Congratulations, Tracy.
Tracy Ferguson going over the 2,000th career mark during the game Saturday over at Clinton Massey. Congratulations to her, senior. I think she got like 1,000 early in her junior year, if I remember right. So, well, I don't know about you, but I'm pumped. I'm ready to go, baby. We've been here since 4:15 this afternoon. I'm like, come on. Both the reserve game and the freshman game went all 3 sets. That's why we are on probably almost in, about 45 minutes or so after we said we was going to be on the air. But we're here, we're ready to go, and Chillicothe is taking both the freshman and the reserve game 2-1. The varsity says, not in our house. You know, we want to win a championship, get this thing nailed down tonight. If they win, they go to 9-0. Chillicothe 7-2. No one else can catch Trace, so they will clinch the title if they win this game this evening. If Chillicothe wins, well, then we'll see what happens Thursday, right? That's about basically what we can say to you. So we're about ready to get this one underway. And it's kind of the last couple games we've done. Getting ready to start things off will be Mary Piper for the Lady Panthers as they'll be serving first. The number 12 uniform goes to the back line. Here comes the attack, and good block right in front of on the net for the Lady Panthers, senior Sophie Parsons. Carter serving again. Again on the back line to Bella Woods. Carter, Ferguson, Carter with the kill. It's good volley though by Chillicothe, keeping it alive. Carter again, that one hits the top of the net. Chillicothe keeping the ball in play. Good play there by Elizabeth Henson for Chillicothe. Long hit by Sydney Carter, goes out of bounds, and we're tied up at 1 apiece. It's set number 1. So serving for Chillicothe will be Avery Cox, a junior. Ferguson, Courtney Carter. Hit by Serenity Kennedy, and it goes out of bounds. 2-1, Miami Trace takes the lead. Avery Cockrell will come out, and Sarah Dawson will come in. Good save and out of bounds by Heron to keep in the play. Parsons to Ferguson, back to Parsons, up the hands and out of bounds. Point for Miami Trace as that one came off of Serenity Kennedy of Chillicothe. Ferguson with the serve. Cavaliers on the return. Good dig by Sydney Carter, sister Courtney. And right there in the middle between about 3 different players from Cavaliers, nobody around. And the Lady Panthers have jumped out to a 4-1 lead. You may have to pace me here a little bit, David. This one is a nice serve down the right line. Ball still in play. Good hit by Anna Crawford. Here comes Parsons back with yet another kill. 5-1. Miami Trace has jumped out to a quick lead here in set number 1. Gracie, into the net it goes. 5-2, back to the Cavaliers. Substitution, Coach Vitito. Sophie Mickey, a 5'8" junior, now enters the game. Right down the middle, and Piper goes for the dig and can't come up with a clean. That goes out of bounds and makes the score now 5-3. Mickey come up with another serve. And that one hits the net. So point goes to Miami Trace, and it's 6-3. So the Panthers will break the serve, and that'll bring up Addison Butts. She comes in for Parsons. Sydney Carter with the serve. And that one's going to be long, out of bounds. 6-4, Miami Trace. Avery Brown is senior. Leads the team in ace serves with 38. Good hit there by Butts, and got it right in front of Brown, who tried to come up with a clean dig and was not successful. Quickly, Piper out. Kinley Kelly is in, who was our player or star of the game back against Greenfield, if I remember, on our first broadcast. And that one was hit off the hands and goes on out of bounds. That was off the hands of Mickey. 8-4, Trace with the lead. Courtney Carter. Set up on the front line. Nope, goes all the way back to Mickey on the back line. Carter. Ferguson. Kennedy, who came in from the weak side and didn't have enough on it with the arch, and hits it into the net. 8-5. Now serving will be Anna Crawford, a senior. Nice little push hit by Butts to keep it alive, and then hit out of bounds by Chillicothe. And hitting it out of bounds was Crawford. So it makes it 9-5, and Sarah Dawson now will be serving. Another senior from Miami Trace. Both these teams have got a good number of seniors, but they got a lot of underclassmen. So the programs, these two programs probably be battling out for the next couple of years, the way this is setting up. Whoa, right into the net. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's the other schools that are saying, well, hey, you know, we got a chance too, maybe, with our roster. So, but what I'm saying is if you're a Chillicothe and Trace fan, you're liking, our future looks pretty good. But we're still not done with this year yet. Serving it now will be Showblock. And a good hit there by Butts. Comes Chillicothe on the return volley. And right in front of Sydney Carter and right next to Avery Cockrell. Did not communicate on who was supposed to get that one. The ball falls in. It's 9-7 now in favor of the Lady Panthers here in set number 1. Carter put a little spin on that. Kelly down the middle. Chillicothe keeping the ball alive. Carter again for the hit. To Kelly again. Oh, nice block on the front line there by Olivia Beatty. There's Ferguson. Ball batted around. Here comes the hit. And boy, good play there. Give credit there to number 35, Olivia Beatty, a senior who had an outstanding look at the back and saw no one was standing there and just smacked that bad boy down. 9-8. Chillicothe backed within 1. They trailed by 4 at one time. Good hit by Butts. Ball's now still in play. Hitting it will be McClone, and returning it beautifully is Ferguson, and gets it right in front of one of the Cavalier players, and it's now 10-8. Sydney Carter comes out. Sophie Parsons re-enters. Serenity Kennedy re-enters now for the Cavaliers, number 1. Beardo, and that one is hit below the net. And so quickly, Addison's going to take a seat on the bench. Kennedy with the serve. Kelly. Ferguson, Parsons, left side. A little bit long, 10-10. Tied ball game. Kennedy set up front line again. Another good hit and a good kill there. Once again by Sophie Parsons. Kennedy comes out. Piper comes in. She'll be doing the serving as Trace has regained the lead at 11-10. We're at set number 1, best out of 5. Mary with the serve. Gets him on the back line. Here comes Chillicothe. And we're going to have a whistle. And somebody, I believe, may have got their foot on the line under the net. And Chillicothe picks up the point. It's 11-11, and they will serve. Avery Cox back in to serve. Piper. Oh, good play there by Gracie Ferguson. El Spico Sitio, as we like to say. 12-11. Dawson in. Cottrell out. Both teams are just subbing players left and right, folks. And that one is served, and it's no good. Hits the net by Gracie. So Chillicothe now will get ready, and they'll bring up Sophie Mickey back into the game, I believe. Yep, number 4. It's Coach Vitito and Coach Mace, almost like a game of chess right now. You know, they're just, one makes a move, the other one makes a move. And that one is long, 13-12. Parsons out, Butts back in. Butts, Carter sisters, Dawson, Piper, and Ferguson for the trace right now on the side, right side, if you're looking on the screen. Nice dig by Sydney Snyder. Good hit, Ferguson. Ball's high in the air by Mickey. Little punch hit by Henson. And coming back and hitting it hard and strong and getting it inside the line. Addison Butts with a nice play there. 14-12 in favor of Miami Trace. Sydney with the hit, high in the air. Goes Chillicothe on the return. Whoa, not able to get anything on it. Sam Shobulak, a junior, was down on that right side and looked like she was going to try to work it down the line and couldn't quite get enough mustard on it to get it over the net. 15-12, Trace back up by 3. Piper high in the air. Dawson keeping it alive. Courtney Carter, good save there by Mickey. Front line hit, good dig, and unfortunately goes out of bounds off Ferguson. Good heads-up play there by Avery Cox, number 2 for the Cavaliers. Keeping that ball alive. 15-13. Serving, Avery Brown. High in the air. Butts. Hit now to Brown of Chillicothe. Good hit on the front line by Showlock. Dawson, nice hit, got it inside the line on the right side, and it's 16-13. Favor of Miami Trace. Quickly, Pfeiffer comes out, and coming in will be McKinley Kelly. Courtney Carter with the serve, right at Mickey on the back line. Hit by Cox, volley over, gets it across the net. Dawson sets up, front line. Butts comes off the fingertips of Shobulak, and it goes out of bounds, and it's 17-13 Chillicothe, and they want a timeout. We'll take one as well. Trace up, 17-13, set 1. You're watching Fayette County Youth Sports on WCHC.
Wondering what comes next after high school? At Laurel Oaks Career Campus, you can forge a successful career path. Start as a junior and graduate with opportunities in dental assistance, education, construction, healthcare, exercise science, and more. Earn a career certification and college credit. What comes next is up to you. Open up a world of possibilities and discover your greatness. Go to greatoaks.com to find out more. That's greatoaks.com.
Back here at Miami Trace, earlier this evening, in case you missed it at the start of the broadcast, the Chillicothe freshmen won 2-1. Reserves also won 2-1. And we are just now into set number 1 of the varsity game. So if you're tuning in, you haven't missed too much. Oh, an ace there by Courtney Carter. Give her an ace on that serve. That one just kind of a whiff and a miss by one of the Chillicothe players. Is baseball, that had been a strike. Courtney serving again. Down the middle, high in the air. Here's Chillicothe on the return. Getting it over is Mickey, and it goes on out of bounds. And now Miami Trace has their biggest lead of the first set as they're up by a score of 19-13. Again, Carter with the serve. Cox, and it's blocked on the front line as Beatty was trying to go up with it. Another point. Trace now up by 7, 20-13. Carter again. Beatty digs. Cox down the line, and that is going to be out of bounds by Beatty. 21-13. That's Trace's biggest lead of the contest. Oh, nice little hit there on the front line by Cox to throw him off. And Butts comes right back, says, in your face. We got it, 22-13. And that's their biggest lead of the game, 9 points. We'll be back right after this here on WCHC.
New way to healthcare is here. ProMedica Home Health, formerly Heartland Hospice, works on enriching lives one patient at a time. With office locations at 208 North Fayette Street, Washington Courthouse, and in Circleville, ProMedica provides care wherever our patients call home. Our services serve a 7-county Central Ohio area. As a local home health and hospice provider, ProMedica is ready to offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service for your healthcare needs. Contact them at 866-498-6456. That's 866-498-6456. ProMedica Home Health, Washington Courthouse and Circleville.
Back in action. Miami Trace is on a run here now. They're up 22-13. And that one's long. Another point, 23-10. Wait a minute. Oh, they're going to call that. They said that was in. All right, so it's 22-14. Sorry about that. 22-14. I'll bring up Mason Parrott. But, blocked on the front line, and a whistle by the officials as Butts went over the net. They call that a violation. Now it's 22-15. Long hit, Carter, Dawson. Now by Ferguson. Boy, they saved that one there. That one's hit, and whoa. And a little carry the ball, and Trace gets it back, and it's 23-18. What we say, 9 points for their biggest lead, or 10? 9? 9. Yeah, it's 9. (21-14). I think that's what it was. That one's in the net. Chillicothe now has cut it down to 23-16, an unforced error on that serve by the Panthers. Dawson out. Kelly back in. Shublock with the serve for Chillicothe. Kelly. Back to Shublock. Serve on the front line. Oh, just got it over. Kelly. Parsons. Butts. Hits, and it goes out of bounds. As hitting very strongly and bouncing off the shoulder of Shublock. So it's now 24-16. Trace can get the point here. Not only would they win the first set, but they also would tie their biggest lead of the set. In case you're interested in those kind of statistics, folks. Butts with the serve. And that's an ace! And that ends the first set. And our score after one set, Miami Trace 25, Chillicothe 16. Second set coming up in about 90 seconds here on WCHC.
Millions of Ohioans are safer because they've received the COVID-19 vaccine. As a pediatrician, I recommend kids 12 and older get the vaccine too.
It will help protect them from COVID-19 and help prevent them from spreading it.
The vaccine makes our community safer, and it's helping get us back to normal.
That's why, as a pediatrician and a mom, I've had my kids vaccinated.
I have too. If you have any questions, talk to your child's doctor.
Don't hesitate. Vaccinate.
I'm Tara Ivers from Fayette County Early Learning Center, and we are now enrolling for several of our programs. We have a home-based program that serves pregnant moms through children age 3. We also have a center-based Head Start program that serves children in our program ages 3 to 5. We have a partnership with Fayette County, Highland County, and Clinton County, where we work with child care programs to enroll children 6 weeks to 3 in our center-based program. So please call us at 740-335-7282. We'll help you enroll. Thank you.
We should go bowl and have the best pizza in Fayette County tonight.
Ugh, I don't want to go to 2 places.
Well, we don't have to. The best pizza in Fayette County comes from the local pizzeria, Amori's Pizzeria, just inside Leah Lane's.
Really? No way.
Yes way. Come on in and grab a lane and the best pizza in town. Leah Lane's and Amori's Pizzeria, located right across from the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Call Leella Lanes at 740-335-2580 to order your pizza today.
Coming up Thursday night, we will have a doubleheader for you, both the reserve and the varsity games. The only time in the year that we even do a reserve varsity doubleheader. And one of the reasons we do that is because it'll be the 4th anniversary of the first broadcast that David and I worked together. And it was over at the Panther Pit 4 years ago this Thursday. So here we are, the brand new facility. And we will be doing both the reserve and varsity, celebrating our 4th anniversary. David is bringing the cupcakes with the 4 candles with it that the staff will be eating. Since it's the 3 of us, we should be okay, I think. Could have Myra make it. She may not even know what it's about. What do you think? I'm going to let you handle that since you're the station manager, bud, my friend. Anyway, that's Thursday night. And that will be varsity and reserve doubleheader. Then Saturday, Courthouse and Uniota. And then next Monday, Waverly and Courthouse. And we still got soccer and we still got football still coming up. So we're not done yet. That one is served wide, out of bounds, and Miami Trace gets the first blood in set number 2. Gracie Ferguson, as we mentioned, or was mentioned here earlier by Aaron Hammond, the athletic director, picking up career number 2,000. Was that assist, wasn't it? That was an assist, 2,000th career assist. I just wrote, my writing's terrible. My mother thought I was going to be either a doctor or a pharmacist, one of the two. The way I write. 1-1 score here. Courtney over now to Parsons. High in the air. Good save by Chillicothe. Parsons. Carter. Ball's up in the air. Good little push hit by Hanson. Good dig there by Ferguson. Keeping the ball alive. Once again, another, just to the outstretched arms. Piper. Thought Mary had a shot at that bad boy, but just missed. And it's 2-1 Chillicothe, and they'll be serving. And quickly getting ready to serve is Sophie Mickey. Right at Piper, who hits it right out of bounds. 3-1 Chillicothe. Playing an important game like this, you do not want to get down 2-0 sets. Ball spins there. Girls putting a little spin on it. Carter gets it over. Comes Chillicothe. Once again, Hanson. Sydney Carter. Now the Ferguson. Coming down. Courtney. Oh, what a hit. Right down the left line. My goodness. That was an extra maxo kilo there on that one. David's over there. What do you come up with next? I don't know yet. We're just in set 2, buddy. Who knows what I'll come up with tonight. Yeah, we're going to start writing these things down, you know. Youngism's at its best. 3-2, Chillicothe leads. Butts, nice save there attempted by Chobilock and not quite successful. And we're not up a 3 apiece. Long hit on the back line to Kennedy. Now hits it. Good save. Sydney Carter. Ferguson. Whoop. Carried the ball. A violation there. Yep. Four 3. Chillicothe leads. Avery Brown serving. Piper. Ferguson. Good hit by Butch down the line. And substitutions coming in. Lauren Farron's one of 2 freshmen on the varsity. We've seen her quite a bit in the games that we've broadcast this year. Some outstanding talent. 4-4. Whoop. Now that didn't help Courtney at all with the stats. She hits it right into the net. Another unforced error gives it right back to Chillicothe. 5-4. Serving Anna Crawford for Chillicothe. Coming up with it, Butts, and it's in. 5-5. Cecilia Robinson, another of the freshmen coming in. Doug says, what the heck, I got them on the bench. They're on the team that's playing. Ain't gonna back off. Oh, that one works because it just barely cleared the net, but it got over and into the face of Olivia Beatty, a senior, and it puts Trace up by a 6-5 score. Another serve by Robinson. Ball's up in the air. Down the right side and just in the back corner. Good hit there by Sydney McClone, as one of the seniors on this team. 8 seniors on the Chillicothe Varsity roster. Very veteran team. Wow. 6-6. Courtney Carter. Ferguson. To Butts, who came down the back right side and made that hit down the right line. She's been working the left line, David, and she kind of threw him off a little bit. And guess who gets to serve? How many times have we called that this year? Somebody comes up with a good hit, they get to serve next. 7-6, Trace with the lead. There's the hit right at Kennedy. Ball's up in the air. Chillicothe gets it across the line. Ferguson, Parsons, right back where the young lady from Chillicothe, that was Addison Smith, was standing. Unfortunately, the ball just got inside the line, make it 8-6. Miami Trace. Butts, again, Kennedy high in the air. Here again comes the attack. That one by Beatty, and it goes off the hands and out of bounds. And gives Chillicothe the point, and it's now 8-7. Serenity Kennedy. That's a pretty name. And unfortunately, that was not a pretty serve for her. She hits it into the net and puts Trace up 9-7. Mary Piper now will get ready to hit. One of the 7 seniors on the Trace roster. So both teams very senior oriented. Oh, nice little dunk block there by Parsons, but Chillicothe recovers. Here comes Courtney Carter, and again, she hits them where they're not. And it's 10-7. I'm about to ask these girls, if they get up in midair, they looking around, are they actually seeing where it's open? Because that's twice now she's done that. Piper, long hit on the back line. Bella Woods is now in the game. Another of the seniors for the Cavaliers. Coming back, weak side again, that's Parsons. 11-7. So Trace now has done that twice, where you think they're going to come to the left side. They kind of go around to the back. The young lady ends up hitting it, kind of sneaks behind the young lady in the middle. That being basically Ferguson. That's one reason she's got 2,000 assists, I would think, David. And a timeout has been called by Chillicothe. Trace with their biggest lead, 12-7, set 2. You're watching WCHC.
The Bagels are back at your Epifana McDonald's in Fayette County and Jamestown. You can choose your favorite breakfast sandwich, either bacon, egg, and cheese, steak, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese. Try out these delicious breakfast sandwiches backed by popular demand. The Bagels are back at your Epifana McDonald's restaurants. 3 locations in Fayette County and in Jamestown. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
You know, you play these McDonald's ads or, you know, whoever we've got advertising food on our broadcast, I just glance down at the screen. I'm like, man, they're making me hungry. The Bagels are back. 12-7, Trace with the lead. Ray Piper will continue the serving for Miami Trace. Hit up in the air by Smith. Coming down, oh, nice block by Parsons right at the net. Carter. Ferguson back to Carter. Good save by Herod. Now they come all the way to the left side. Good hit by Smith. Again, a good hit, and another point for Miami Trace is a good hit there by Parsons. 13-7, 6-point lead. I believe that's Trace's biggest here in the second set. At this time, I should say. Long hit there by Chillicothe. Herod over the net. Piper. Carney, yes, just inside that back line. Good hit there, and it's 14-7 in favor of Miami Trace. It's Greenfield. Courtney struggled a little bit, but boy, the last couple of games we've seen her, she is really coming on. What was expected of her this year? Well, as well as all the seniors and players. Courtney again down the left side. That one's off the fingertips and will roll out of bounds. Point, Miami Trace against Chillicothe. That makes it 15-7. 8-point lead now for the Lady Panthers in set number 2. They won set number 1 earlier, in case you missed it, 25-16. They had 9-point leads twice in the contest, including that last score. Piper again, long hit, back line, Woods. Now here comes Beatty. Piper, Ferguson, Parsons. Oh, nice block on the front line at the net. Piper, she'll go ahead and hit it. Now they go to Kennedy. Once again, another partial block, and unfortunately goes out of bounds as Sophie was trying to go up there and use all of her frame, and it kind of just came off her left hand and kind of swiveled a little bit. So that stops the Piper serve run, and it goes back to Chillicothe with Avery Cox doing the duties. 15-8. Oh, nice dig there by Robinson. Now to Carter, takes a little bit off of it, trying to throw Chillicothe off, and then coming right back and hitting it down the line just inside the back corner was Allison Smith, a 5'7" sophomore. Big point there for Chillicothe. He makes it 15-9. Back within 6. Cox again. Sydney Carter. Parsons. Good save by Woods. Chillicothe. Oh, nice little push hit by Gracie Ferguson right at the net. She didn't put too much on that bad boy, but it was enough to get it over and get the little kill. And that makes it 16-9 in favor of Miami Trace. Ferguson serving it. Now on the return, Dawson back in the game for Miami Trace. Another off-speed hit, and that one goes wide and out of bounds. Miami Trace picks up the point. 17-9. Ferguson down the line, Woods, and we got a whistle. And it looks like somebody might have stepped under the net on the line there, David. Anyway, it's Miami Trace's point, 18-9. That's their biggest lead now in the contest. 9 points, just like in set 1. Trying for number 10 here. Chillicothe trying to say that ain't going to happen. Good dig, unfortunately, by Sydney Carter, but she didn't have anybody on that front line set up so that she could get the ball to. So that drops. Chillicothe picks up the point, and they're down back within 8, 18-10. Once again, it is Sophie Mickey with the serve. Piper, Ferguson. Now to Parsons on the weak side. Good dig, but Chillicothe keeping it alive. Getting it over the net to Shubilak. Parsons now to Courtney Carter and gets it off the fingertips, and it stays in, and that's a point Miami Trace. And they bump it back up to 9, 19-10. Sydney Carter will be serving as the big Panther pride comes up on the scoreboard. Chillicothe on the volley. Nice little hit there by Butts in the air. Carter, oh! That time she tried to hit with her right hand, was trying to go across the court, left to right, and unfortunately didn't have enough on it, and it fails to go over. Quick substitution now. Avery Brown for Chillicothe, 19-11. Trace leads by 8. Little punch hit by Piper, and it does the job. It wasn't pretty, but it got over the net and threw Beatty kind of off balance a little bit, and that makes it now 20-11. Miami Trace with the lead. Piper coming out, and Ferens, number 14, coming in, the freshman from Miami Trace. And nope, not able to get it over was Shubilak. She just kind of half swung at it, to be honest with you. So it's 21-11, a 10-point lead by Miami Trace, set number 2, their biggest lead of the evening. Oh, nice hit there. Just a little bit of speed off that one, and was able to drop in front of Chillicothe. And they want a timeout as they are down by 11 in set 2. You're watching also WCHC.
M&M Turf Supply Company has been serving the equine industry since 1966. We carry a complete line of 100% natural horse tail hair and mane hair. Bulk horsehair is sold in half-pound and 1-pound bundles and is available in blunt cut or natural tapered. The hair can be used to make horsehair extensions, pottery, sculpture, braiding, and jewelry. We are located in Central Ohio, and we can ship to most states in 2 to 3 business days. Please call us at 740-335-1641 or visit us at mmhorsehair.com.
Thank you very much for tuning in here to WCHC. Once again, Thursday night, doubleheader action, both the reserve and the varsity, as we celebrate our 4th anniversary of covering local sports here on WCHC. And that would be Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse. So we hope you tune in for that, if you don't come to the game. That one is going to be called in, and that is an ace for Courtney Carter. Well, that's a good way to come out of a timeout. Serve an ace. I got her. She led the team coming into the game with 30, so that's unofficially 31 now. 23-11, a 12-point lead, Miami Trace. As they are just bound determined, they're going to win this one, and this one, unfortunately, hits right in front of Sydney Carter. Tried to come up the dig and wasn't successful. 23-12. Served by Chillicothe. Crawford coming back. Butts again, gets it just inside the left line. 24-12. Ties with Trace's biggest lead of the night at 12. Dawson out, Robinson in. Robinson for the set win here. Chillicothe trying to stay alive. Harrod, and it gets it over. As that was Beatty, I believe. Yeah, 35 it got the hit. So serving now will be Sam Shibaluk. Robinson. Oh, nice little one-hand push. And whistle. Violation. Chillicothe. And Trace gets the win. 25-13. 3 times in the second set. Trace has had a 12-point lead. And they're now up 25-16. One second set, 25-13. They're 1 set away from clinching their FAC. Will they do it? We'll find out when we come back in 90 seconds right here on WCHC.
Sometimes it seems like it's hard to decide on a technician that you can trust with your vehicle transportation service needs. That's why since 2001, customers from Washington Courthouse and the surrounding area have made Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, their smart choice and auto repair service needs. Jim, Marlene, and Ray Van Dyke offer customers a professional, trained, and certified staff that can handle your vehicle needs. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center staff can do it all, including transmission, brakes, tires, and alignments. They also offer a free 30-point inspection to detect any potential service needs. They can work on both domestic and foreign vehicles. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000. Or for more information, go to jimvandyke.com.
Wondering what comes next after high school? At Laurel Oaks Career Campus, you can forge a successful career path. Start as a junior and graduate with opportunities in dental assistance, education, construction, healthcare, exercise science, and more. Earn a career certification and college credit. What comes next is up to you. Open up a world of possibilities and discover your greatness. Go to greatoaks.com to find out more. That's greatoaks.com.
Well, if you're a Miami Trace fan, you're probably saying, are we having fun yet? You're up 2-0 in sets. Get one more, and you're the AFC champs for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. Real quickly, the new computer rankings are out. Washington Courthouse dropped, even though they beat Greenfield. They dropped from 4th to 7th this week. Miami Trace, I believe, is number 18. Got to be in the top 16. And Miami Trace boys golf team in the sectionals today over at Reed Park came in 13th out of 16, so their season is over with for the year. So that's a couple quick highlights. Well, more sports for you later on. Mary Piper starts things off in set number 3 for the Lady Panthers. And a good block on the front line. Unfortunately, came off the arm, and Parsons stays on the Miami Trace side and puts Chillicothe up 1-0. So Avery Cox will be serving. Ball's high in the air. Comes Courtney Carter, and it's blocked again. 1-1 score. Trace with the serve. And couldn't get it over the net. 2-1. Chile. Chile always, except I believe for 1 year in the last 6 years, they've gone Division I. That's where they're signed again up to Central District again this year. So they always draw some tough tournament draws. Carter, excuse me. And that one was pushed out of bounds. Courtney came out of nowhere and tried to get a hand on it. And as she did, she kind of used both her hands to push it. And it went long. 3-1, Chillicothe leads, trying to stay alive. Mickey with the hit. Piper. Ferguson, Dawson. Right at Kennedy. Coming back. And we're going to have a whistle. Over the line. Or over the net, I should say. Parsons. Check that, make it Chillicothe, I did. So it's going back to Miami Trace. 3-2, Chillicothe leads. Well, there was purely no communication there, as both Piper and Sydney Carter both swung at the ball at the same time. And Coach Mace is like, okay, guys, come on. 4-2. Piper. Ferguson. Oh, nice play by Butts, and it came off the fingertips of one of the Chillicothe players. I believe that was Anna Crawford. So Courtney Carter now will get to do the serving duties. 4-3, Chillicothe leads. Crawford up in the air. Good hit, volley. Trace, Butts. Now over to Mickey. Comes to down the left side. Cholek, good save by Sydney Carter. Sister Courtney got it, gets it over the net. Here comes the Cavaliers again. Good push. Oh, they're trying to work that line. Good save. Kelly for Trace gets the save. Coming again, and another good block by Miami Trace at the net by Kelly and also Butts. And stays on the Chillicothe side, and it's now knotted up at 4 apiece. Courtney with the serve. Long. It's long. What else can you say? It was a long serve. It goes out of bounds. It's a point, Chillicothe. I was trying to come up with another word to describe it, but I can't, David. So long, I think, just fits it right perfectly. That one hits the top of the net, but still in play. Ferguson. Oh, nice play by Butts. Right hand. Chillicothe keeping it alive. Good dig by Sydney. Kelly blocked at the net. Ferguson, Dawson, weak side. Oh! Yeah, they said it came off one of the fingertips of Chillicothe. Point Miami Trace. There's just a certain spot right where the official is standing on his ladder, and I'm blocked out just enough, and that's where it happened, David. But that's all right. We'll take this seat next on the floor anytime. That's why we got the cameras set up on the other side. That one's out. Another long serve. Another forced mistake by Miami Trace on the serve. Makes it 6-5. Chillicothe was regained the lead. So Sam Shebelock will be serving. Right at Courtney Carter. Now to Ferguson. Weak side. Butts trying to go across the court with it. And the ball is hit for Chillicothe, unfortunately. It goes out, and it's nods it up at 6 apiece. Butts with the hit. Ball's high in the air. Whoa, and coming way out of bounds is Beatty, and she can't get it over the net. She's only allowed to hit it 3 times. 7-6 in favor of Miami Trace. We're one Chillicothe point away from David's favorite drink, 7-Up. But we're not quite there yet. That one, oh, good dig by Chillicothe, keeping it alive. And another dig by Robinson of Miami Trace. As we got a little volley going on here, hits it back. Robinson goes out of bounds. She was trying to hit it as she was going backwards, and that's hard to do. I was just kidding about the 7-Up, folks. Unfortunately, that's where we're at now. All right. Kennedy will be serving. Kelly, Ferguson, Parsons. Ball's deflected, saved by Woods. Coming down the right side, beautiful hit there by Chillicothe's Allison Smith. The sophomore has hit it there several times tonight, working that sideline beautifully and getting Miami Trace out of position, and they take the lead 8-7. Kelly again. Ferguson, Parsons, and it hits the back line just inside the left corner. A point, Miami Trace. 8-8 is your score. Might be a good idea for a new soft drink, David. You never know. 8-Up. Mary Piper with the serve. Chillicothe struggling and going out of bounds, trying to keep it in play was Madison Harrigan. And her momentum kept the ball from staying in play. So it's 9-8 now in favor of the Panthers. Piper again with the serve. Good hit, back line recovery by Woods. Coming back and getting a nice little kill there right over Parsons' outreached hands was Elizabeth Henson, who's 6'1". I'd like to see her and Parsons go one-on-one on a basketball court. That'd be a pretty good matchup. Both about 6'1", 6'2". Serve is Avery Cox. Now they come over to Courtney. Got blocked, but she's able to keep the ball in play. Piper just barely goes over the net. It wasn't pretty, but hey, a point's a point, and Ferguson picks it up, and it's 10-9 in favor of Miami Trace. Ferguson, and it hits the net. The serve. Miami Trace has been a little sporadic, to say the least, tonight. A lot of unforced errors, and it's knotted up at 10 apiece. Just barely clears the net. Piper, Ferguson, back to Piper on the back line. Here comes Chillicothe on the attack, and a good play and a good hit by Henson. She went right at Ferguson and got it off her right shoulder. And Chile back up 11-10. So getting ready to serve it now will be Sophie Mickey. And that one's in the net. Be interesting to see what the serving percentages for these teams, especially in this third set, is going to be. Sydney Piper, and that one hits the fingers and goes on a bounce point, Miami Trace, as that one came off the hands of Avery Cox. Looked like she was going to try to catch it instead of hitting it. 12-11, Trace with the lead. Set 3, they're already up 2-0. High in the air, set up on the near the net. Good kill there by the Cavaliers. Elizabeth Henson once again. She leads the team with kills coming in tonight. She has 132 of the 512 kills. Doesn't take a mathematician to tell you. That's what, close to 25%, something like that? Back line, Piper, Ferguson. Now to Courtney Carter. Good save. And then coming up and hitting it in the net was Beatty. So an unforced error there by the Cavaliers. Trace back up, 13-12. It's set number 3, going back and forth. Kennedy coming back in for Chillicothe. Courtney Carter with a serve from Miami Trace. Hit on the back line to Mickey. Here comes. Oh, nice save there. Unfortunately, it was a good hit by Beatty down the line. Sydney came up with it. Carter came up with an outstanding return. Unfortunately, just didn't have quite enough on to get over the net. But she made a beautiful recovery. Unfortunately, just didn't go over. 13 apiece. Serving it now will be Crawford. Courtney. Ferguson, and then Sydney Carter looks at her sister Courtney, says, I thought I had it. Courtney said, no, I thought I had it. They can settle that argument when they get home tonight. 14-13, Chile with the lead again. Courtney on the air. Whoa, nice little dunk Ceruzzi. And a little kill there. Coming right back at him is Olivia Beatty. 6'2". And it's now 15-13. Chillicothe is taking the lead by 2 again. Courtney. Gracie. Nice little push. Addison Butts with a good hit there. Gives Trace a chance now to cut that deficit back to 1. 15-14. Sub coming in. Cecilia Robinson, freshman, coming in. Sarah Dawson coming out. Again, it's both coaches rotating their players in and out. Going 9, 10 deep at times tonight. Good little push hit there by Herod. Trace recovers. Farron's also now in the game for Miami Trace. Tried to get a kill. Couldn't. Butts. And we're going to have a whistle. And on Chillicothe. Somebody got their foot underneath. I believe that was number 10, Sydney McClone. So it goes back to Miami Trace, 15 each. Serve. Kennedy. Now to Herod. Oh, and hits the back line. Caught Sydney Carter just a little bit out of position, trying to go for the dig, and unfortunately couldn't get it come up cleanly. Chillicothe regains the lead, 16-15. My goodness, David, this is just going back and forth, back and forth. Sam Shobilock with the serve. Carter, Ferguson, Butts, Chillicothe keeping it alive, back line. Sydney, oh, nice play there. Beautiful hit by Gracie Ferguson. Looked like she was going to set up one of her teammates and decides at the last possible second with her back to the net just to kind of hit it backwards, and it got inside the line, and that ties it up at 16 apiece. Butts with the serve. Right down the middle. Good dig by Kennedy. Coming up, right side. Beatty. Parsons took a little bit off of it. Once again, Chillicothe. Oh, trying to come up with it will be Miami Trace, and that being Butts. Addison, unfortunately, couldn't get up the line quick enough. And hits it out, and Coach May says, let's call it and talk it over. We'll take 30 seconds to talk it over as well. It's Chillicothe 17, Miami Trace 16. You're watching girls volleyball action, Fayette County Youth Sports, here on WCHC.
Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse provide skilled nursing, rehab, ventilator care, memory care, and assisted living. It's our pledge to provide the highest level of care at each of our facilities. Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, a tradition of caring.
Well, we're back. Set number 3. Trace has already won set 1 and 2 by scores of 25-16, 25-13. Pretty much has controlled those first 2 sets as the score indicated, but boy, this third set, they have made some very uncharacteristic forced mistakes on the serving game especially, and have kind of allowed Chillicothe to hang around just a little bit. Cavaliers are really working those sidelines as well. So Serenity Kennedy will be serving for Chillicothe as they're up by 1 in set 3. Long hit. Sydney Carter, back line. Ferguson, Parsons, cross court hit, and it will be long, and it's 18-16 Chillicothe. Remember, we play best out of 5. The freshman and reserve game of both already went the limit, with Chillicothe winning 2-1 in both of those divisions. Robinson, whoa, what in the world happened there? Could not come up with it with a clean fist on it. And now all of a sudden, Chillicothe is up by 3. I think that's their biggest lead of the night, if I remember right, David, because they haven't really led too much. It's been basically all Trace. Carter. Ferguson, Parsons, hit up in the air by Herod. Kennedy. Chillicothe saves it. Robinson, Ferguson, Ferens. Hit, and that one's going to go off the hands and out of bounds by Herod. So 19-17, Chillicothe's lead down to 2 now. Ferens comes out. Mary Piper will be doing the serving. Try to get Trace back in this game here for this set. Mary, right down the middle. Good hit up in the air. Comes Kennedy to Carter. Now to Parsons again with the kill, and that hits the face of Shimbalock and goes out of bounds. Well, you don't have to be nice. All you got to do is get a point, right? So 19-18 now. Chillicothe's lead been cut to 1. They led by 3 just a second or 2 ago. Down the line, Mickey, and a good block at the net. But unfortunately for Miami Trace on the recovery block, it goes out of bounds. It makes it now 20-18. So Avery Cox will be serving up 20-18. Sydney, Gracie, Courtney, another block at the net, another block at the net. Courtney, almost a block again by Chillicothe. High in the air, they got to get it over on this one. They do, they keep it in play. Gracie, now to Courtney, goes on the back line. Chillicothe, once again, good play and hits it long. Point, Miami Trace. And the ball goes back to the Panthers off the long return. And Chillicothe thought it came off one of Trace's fingertips, but because they're all standing around, thought they had a chance to serve it again. No go. Ferguson to Dawson. She can't come up with it cleanly. And now it goes back to Chillicothe's back up, 21-19. And Sophie Mickey will be doing the serving. Down the line, Piper, Ferguson, Courtney! Carter with a killer right there. 21-20. Younger sister Sydney now. See if she can serve him into that championship and get some points here. Kennedy. Here comes Cavaliers. Piper, Ferguson, Carter, partially blocked at the net. Ball's high in the air. Kennedy calls for it. They got to get it over on this one. They do. Cox. Here comes Miami Trace on the attack. Once again, another good slap by Butts, but a good recovery by Chillicothe. Oh, good play there. Oh, you got to give some credit to the Cavaliers there. Sam Shobalak was on the right side, saw an opening out of the corner of her eye and hit it to the left side toward where we're at and got the point. It's 22-20. Chillicothe with the lead. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Ferguson to Butts. All in play, and Chillicothe can't get it over. So the Panthers now cut it back to 22-21. Courtney Carter will be serving for the Lady Panthers. There's the serve. Just clears the net. Cox keeps it alive. Now over to Herod. Here comes the Panthers. Butch, yeah! Good kill there. That was a nice one. That's a 22-22. And that got an RLY fist pump, because I like that one. Tied up at 22 apiece. Chillicothe, timeout. You're watching WCHC.
Hi, my name is Olivia Pryor, and I'm from Fayette County Early Learning Center. We are now currently enrolling for our Head Start, Early Head Start, and Child Care Partnership programs. We have programs for pregnant moms and children from birth to 3, children from 3 to 5, and then we also have an existing Child Care Partnership where we meet with and work with child care programs and serve children from 6 weeks to 3 years old. If you're interested in enrolling, please stop by and see us or give us a call at 740-335-7282, and we hope to hear from you soon.
It's twos across the board, 22-22. Trace leads 2-0. Courtney Carter with the serve. Ball's high in the air. Could be out of play. Nope. Chillicothe's going to try. Kennedy saves it for the Cavaliers. Ferguson to Butts. Good save by Brown. Mickey, and then the ball's hit, and it goes out of bounds. And it's now 23-22. And now, don't want to jinx him, but Trace is 2 points away. There's the serve. Here comes the volley. Good hit. Sydney Carter, nice save. Ferguson, the Butts. Oh, took a little pressure off, and it's 24-22. And we are now at match point, and Chillicothe wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Just keep it right here. 24-22. And boy. Well, David, we knew this was going to be a good one, but this last one, they're making it just a little bit too close, to be honest with you. They blew them out in the first set, had leads of 9 points twice, including the final score of 25-16. They led by 12 points twice. They led 23-11, and then the final score 25-13. But in this game, I don't think Trace has been up more than 2 or 3 points. Chillicothe, I believe, was up by 4. But Trace now has come back and has regained a lead of 24-22. So the Lady Panthers trying to get Miami Traces either outright or a share of the FAC title. Third time in the last 4 years. They're 1 point away from it. Courtney Carter, and it's in the net. I knew I jinxed her. David, you got to stop me doing those kind of things. I do it every time. Fans are home. They're just throwing stuff at the TV right now. Say, Randy, shut your mouth. 24-23. Crawford with the serve. Ferguson. Butts. And it's hit out of bounds off the hands. And that's it. Miami Trace wins the third set by a score of 25-23. 3-0 against Chillicothe. And with that, Miami Trace now, under head coach Doug Mace, will pick up either a share or outright title for the third time in the last 4 years. They shared an 8-2 record and shared the title with Chillicothe in 2019, which I had notes that Coach Mace gave me. That was the first title that Trace had won volleyball since 1975 that year. The next year they went 10-0, won it outright. Second year, lost twice to Chillicothe in the title race. And this year, they go to 9-0. They'll clinch it outright because, well, Chillicothe was the only one close to Miami Trace, and with the loss, they've lost 2 with 1 to go. So there'll be another outright championship. So congratulations to the Miami Trace Panthers and winning the FAC Volleyball Championship. And now we'll go for the so-called gold volleyball. I don't know if there's really a thing like that or not, but we'll go for the gold volleyball. And that'll be coming up again if they beat Courthouse on Thursday night. So now they're going to all take pictures. So you got you got commercials here. I'll say I can talk if you want to go take a picture. You can use my phone if you want. It's up to you. I'd like to have a picture here for the team. We're going to let David go over there and see if we can get a quick picture of the squad so we can have it for our page here. There's a lot of parents and grandparents gathering over, but again, congratulations, Coach Mace. FAC championship once again with a 9-0. Again, that's the third title the Trace has won in the last 4 years. And again, they can go 10-0 for the second time in the last 3 years if they beat Courthouse on Thursday night. So that's where we're at. I figured it'd be easier for you to get up and take a picture. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. We all keep that. You know that? So we'll have a picture of the team on our web page, our Facebook page a little bit later on, okay? Anyway, final score tonight, Miami Trace winning the FAC championship. And the final score was 25-16, 25-13, 25-23. We'll be coming back in just a few moments. We're going to do our star of the game. We'll talk to Coach Mace, get a little statistics, announce who our star of the game is. So stay with us right here on WCHC.
It's Vanessa Summers, and when my father opened Summers Funeral Home in 1991, my family promised that in the time of need, we would offer thoughtful, caring, and respectful services to those left behind in dealing with the pain and decision-making. Now, 30 years later, we still make it our commitment to you to treat everyone with the utmost professional care that we can provide. In your time of need, please remember we are here for you. Summers Funeral Home at 223 West Market Street, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, 43160, and please call us at 740-335-6078.
A new way to healthcare is here. ProMedica Home Health, formerly Heartland Hospice, works on enriching lives one patient at a time. With office locations at 208 North Fayette Street, Washington Courthouse, and in Circleville, ProMedica provides care wherever our patients call home. Our services serve a 7-county Central Ohio area. As a local home health and hospice provider, ProMedica is ready to offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service for your healthcare needs. Contact them at 866-4 498 6456. That's 866 498 6456. Hermetica Home Health, Washington Courthouse and Circleville.
This boo-boo tells a story. It's a tale of perseverance, ingenuity, and love. This boo-boo is hundreds of years of science and technology. It's protection in the battle against disease and illness. And while we continue to fight COVID-19, childhood vaccinations are more important than ever. This boo-boo, it's love in its purest form.
Now time for the Epifano post-game program, featuring coaches' comments and the player of the game announcement. This program is presented by your Epifano McDonald's restaurants, 3 locations in Fayette County and Jamestown. All right, we're back here with the Epifano McDonald's Star of the Game post-game program, presented by your Epifano McDonald's restaurants of Fayette County and Jamestown. And we'll be talking with head coach Doug Mace and also announce our Star of the Game and maybe lay a couple stats on you here in just a few minutes. When you have these kind of games with championship implications, there's extra people that want to talk to certain people that we just wait our time, I guess. So we'll get Doug over here in just a few minutes. But a big win tonight for Miami Trace. Again, 25-16, 25-13, 25-23. So we mentioned Chillicothe won the freshman game and also the reserve game. And let me see if I can find them real quick. Freshman game, Trace won the first one 25-16, then lost 21-25, 23-25. And in the reserve game, it was Chillicothe winning the first game 25-18, then Trace came back, won the second one 25-23. And then the third game went to Chillicothe by a 25-17 score. So, again, Chillicothe taking 2 of the 3, but the most important one, though, is, of course, this varsity game, you know. That's the one for all the marbles, the championships, and that's where we're at as far as that's concerned. All right, well, we're going to get Doug and I think Maria is going to come over. No, well, I don't know.
I'm going to send, they're tallying up the stats now too, so they'll come over here and get you that.
All right. All right. While you're working on it, we'll talk to Doug here.
All right.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now can I shake your hand?
Yes, you can.
I wanted to shake your hand before a game. You wouldn't let me.
No.
I don't know if you said it was going to jinx you or what.
Well, you know, we had nothing to be celebrating yet.
Real quickly, obviously you dominated in the first and second set. That third set, though, was very confusing at times. Your girls made a lot of unforced errors on the serving game.
We had some unforced errors. You know, the second game, we had a lot of things go right for us, and we jumped out to a pretty big lead.
Yeah. And
then going into the third game, I think we relaxed mentally a little bit. You know, and in Chillicothe's credit, you know, they were still battling.
Right.
And so that kind of come back to haunt us there for a little bit. But, you know, that's a learning situation for our girls too. You know, no matter what the scores are, if you win the first 2, you still gotta finish the whole match. And so I think we just kind of let our guard down a little bit there early on. But on the other side of that coin, is the way we battled back, because we came from behind and won it at the end. You know, so that shows that we're got a little toughness in there, and we're a little more resilient than we probably were early on in the season. We probably would have lost that one. So, you know, I was proud of the girls for fighting back and pulling that one out.
Another thing I did notice was the fact that, you know, this is our third game we broadcast with you guys now, so we're starting to kind of get the trend, getting the teams down a little bit. And you have no problem putting your freshmen in early in the contest.
No, we got a couple of nice freshmen, a couple of nice sophomores, and then the older kids do their jobs real well. So, you know, we got to try to find that balance, because if, you know, we also got to even though we're coaching for the now,
right?
You know, you do got to have some experienced kids coming back next year and stuff too. So, you know, you're trying to mix that in, you know, as far as our thought process and our planning, but they do us a good job. You know, when we get them in there, like I say, they're, you know, you look at Addison, she's only a sophomore, and you know, and Sydney's a sophomore, and then you have Lauren's a freshman, and then Cecilia's a freshman. So if we can, the more those 4 kids are out there playing too, that's just going to help us down the road. You know, so we're not completely rebuilding next year. We'll have a good core group coming back, and then our juniors that are working with us, you know, coming back. So, you know, that it's always in the back of my mind anyway, is trying to prepare us not only for right now but also for the future.
I know that Chillicothe, you know, Coach Vito's done a really nice job the time he's been down there. And he's like you, he's got a lot of seniors, but he has no problems doing the underclassmen as well.
He's playing a lot of his kids, and, you know, and if your kids all buy into that and they know we're going team first, you know, it just helps your program longevity-wise, you know, and fortunately the last 4 seasons we've been battling with them for first or second.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm happy that we have this rivalry. It brings out the best in both our teams, and I think both sides, you know, the coaches all work a little harder for this match too. So it's been a fun.
Well, I said during the
time.
broadcast, the way the teams are set up, and you know, you're watching the freshmen and also the reserve teams. You two guys probably still going to be battling for the title over the next couple of years.
We hope so.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we got some young ladies here that've got some stats. I know that you want to get them on.
I will get them on.
We will talk to you again on Thursday night.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, who's going first, Jenny or Mariah?
Mine are quick and easy.
Yours is crazy.
Easy.
Oh, easier. Crazier? Oh, easy. So you gave Jenny the hard ones? Oh, I know she's a math teacher, so that's why you did it then. Okay, I understand.
You're right.
All right, well, talk slows. All right?
All right. For set assists, we had Gracie Ferguson with 36. Sarah Dawson had 2. For serving, we had Cecilia Robinson with 1 ace. Addison Butts with 1 ace. Sydney Carter with 1 ace. Mary Pfeiffer had 2 ace serves. And Courtney Carter had 4 ace serves.
Okay. Is that all you got?
That is all I have.
Well, let's turn it over to Jenny now, see what great statistics she has for us here. We're waiting to get the stats tonight so we can pick the star of the game. So that's why I told Doug, I said, I want you guys to start coming over and giving the stats so it'll help us in our decision making. Okay, Jenny, what you got?
All right, I have our hitting and blocking stats tonight.
Okay.
So I have Mary Pfeiffer and Lauren Ferrens, each with 1 kill apiece. Then Sarah Dawson had 2 kills. Gracie Ferguson had 5 kills and a block. Courtney Carter had 8 kills. Sophia Parson had 8 kills and a block. And Addison Butts led the team in kills tonight with 17.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
That's all they gave you?
That's all, yeah. That's
okay.
a lot.
Well, it's a lot. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
Hey, real quickly, while I got you here, because I'll talk to Myra Thursday night. You're freshman coach this year at Miami Trace.
I am.
You guys had some tough going there tonight. At times, almost like a repeat of the varsity and reserve game. You guys struggled on the serving.
We did. We had, not making any excuses, but we had an injury tonight. So we had some girls playing in some spots they don't normally play and just filling some positions. We only had 5 games this season. That was our 5th game and our last game. So they don't have a ton of game experience, but just their growth from the start of the season to now is phenomenal. So for them to step up and play the games close like they did tonight, I was really proud of them. We made a few errors that we shouldn't have made in that 3rd set that really cost us the game. That was on us. But their fight and their not giving up, they did a really nice job tonight.
Real quickly, I know that you went from the varsity from Wilmington, now you're doing the freshman here. What's the major difference besides you don't have all the headaches?
That's exactly it. This is a lot more fun.
Okay, all right. Well, do you guys have any more games for
the freshmen? Do not have any more games. We finished our season 3 and 2, and we are done.
That's good. All right, good enough. All right, thanks, Jen.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
It. All right, so we'll probably talk to Jenny or some other ones again on Thursday night when we have some more stats. All right, we're going to do our star of the game. Now we got some stats to work off of there, David, and we'll be back with that announcement right after this.
All right, David and I talked, and thanks to the Jenny and Myra coming over and giving us some stats, it kind of helps us a little bit to look at the statistics here and get a little better idea. Addison Butts will be our star of the game. She did win last year, but boy, I tell you, she dominated tonight. 17 kills there. She did have an ace on the serve, and she just played very, very, very well. So, I mean, there's 4 or 5 kids every game we can give it to, David. I mean, you know. But unfortunately, we can only select one, so Addison will get that. So we still got some more Trace volleyball coming up, hopefully, with tournaments coming up in the near future. Plus, we've got, of course, coming up this Thursday night, the game against Washington Courthouse. So we hope you join us. Again, Chillicothe wins the freshman and the reserve game, but the varsity contest goes to Miami Trace. They win at 3-0, and they win yet another FAC volleyball championship. We'll be back Thursday afternoon, both a doubleheader for you, reserve and varsity. We hope you join us then. For David and Myra Woolever, I'm Randy Young. Good night, everyone, from Miami Trace.